This was a little crazy. I just want to take a second, and that, I mean, I'm being sincere. Like, the team, like, we're really thankful for your patience. We had a lot of technical stuff, obviously, happen this weekend. And I've talked to some of you individually on the side throughout the weekend. Thankfully, everything got screened that was supposed to screen. So I wanted to, like, try to explain this as quickly as possible. As far as the hiccups we had. So I know a lot of you, and again, forgive me if I told you this on the side, I'm slightly repeating myself. So DCP projectors, the best way to think of them, they're almost like, they're basically computers, right? So when you make a DCP as a filmmaker, and whether it's through like a professional DCP company or DCP-O-matic, however you do it, okay, you get the file, you have the DCP file. When you are selected in our festival, what happens is we go in and whatever it is, whether you send us a drive or it's exported from like the cloud somewhere, whether it's you or a professional DCP company who's done it, we export it, it runs through quality control checks. Our programming coordinator, Philip, ran all the QC checks. If there was a problem, he contacted the filmmakers and let them know that there was some kind of an issue. Anything though that he ran, and he's got a professional computer that you could, you would work on a film, edit a film on. He runs it, I keep hitting this stupid microphone. He runs them through, does his QC checks, everything's fine. He puts them on the drives with the drive manifest, comes to the theater, they're ingested into the projectors that they go into. However, the projectors have about, I think Philip told me, like something like 20, 30, maybe more times the QC checks that are even possible on a laptop or anything like that. So whose phone keeps going off? Is that V? You put it on. You're in the front. You're the vice president of the board, and you're sitting there at a movie theater with your phone. So the DCP projectors have like dozens more QC checks that they run. The reason being is most of the studio films that you would come to a theater like this and see, they're sent through the cloud. So the sender has digital keys, and the receiver, in this case Epic Theaters, has their set of keys. Comes through, gets imported in or ingested into the DCP projectors, and then it runs its QC checks. The reason it runs so many is because what it's really scanning for are viruses. Because if there's a virus in there, Trojan horse or malware, whatever the thing is, and that gets picked up to where, the thing will shut down, but the studio will just say to the theater, well, we're not sending you any more movies because now somebody gets in, they can just pirate whatever content is being sent into the theater. So that's why it does that. So anywhere along this long chain from making the film to getting it uploaded to making the DCP, then getting it through our systems into the projectors, any of that. There's one teeny tiny little glitch or mistake or anything it reads as an error, it will kick it out. And to sort of compound on that, we had been using a DCP curation company for the last few years. They're in California. I'm not going to say who they are because obviously you don't want to sound like you're razzing people in the industry. All I'll say is the name of the company rhymes with simple PCP. And what ended up happening was that last January, actually right after our last festival last January, simple PCP changed their policy as it pertained to working with film festivals. And it basically would have amounted to either we would get shafted working with them, or our filmmakers would get shafted sending movies to us, because their policy change stated that they're going to start charging QC checks to the festival for all DCPs not made through that company. Well, when we crunched the numbers Jen and I sat down, crunched the numbers after we got the information. If we had done that last year, we would have owed them probably somewhere around $7,000. It was like between $6,000 and $7,000. And we're a 501c3 nonprofit. Nobody on the team gets paid, and you know we have to really subside between sponsors, grants, donors, submissions, and passes that are sold. And it all goes back either into the festival itself, for the supplies, for theater rental, for food, and so on and so forth, and beverages and stuff for our guests, or the educational programs we work on throughout the year. So as filmmakers ourselves, we weren't going to put a burden like that financially on filmmakers who will, depending on when you submit, spend anywhere between 25 upwards of, I guess, 65, 75 for features during our extended deadline, and get sent to us, get selected, and then we turn around and say, oh, by the way, now you have to spend between $300 to $3,000 getting a DCP made. So we decided to take the step to curate ourselves. So between the learning curve on that and fixing the algorithms for the DCP so that they would be ingested, and learning and doing it ourselves for the first time in the 5 years that we've been running the festival here, that's what led to these goofy glitches that we really only found out in real time. Either when one of our team members spotted a problem in a theater, or a filmmaker's like, oh, this didn't play or that didn't play. Luckily, we were able to fix those and like rearrange things and put them in other places to make sure they did screen. But we love you, and I just wanted to let you know what all the bedlam was about this weekend. So that's the elephant in the room, and it's done. So let's give out some awards, because we've got food coming, right? We have food coming. Yeah, we have food coming. And I also, Lake Ridge Winery, who I have to thank, they're our wine sponsor this year. We do have a case of white and red. This year they give us, normally it's they're like, not saying generic, but they're regular red, regular white. We got a Pinot and a Cab. And I also, because again, it's just that year, we didn't find out until the last minute that our beer sponsor wasn't sponsoring. I went out and bought a keg from Crooked Can in Winter Garden. So we have nibbles and sippies for you after this. Okay. Oh, and one other thing, and forgive me again, our presenters already know this. I didn't, with everything going on, normally I write everything, the nominee lists on the cards, and the presenters have them. So they're going to come up and present it, but I'm going to actually read it from over there so that they don't end up like getting whiplash trying to turn around and read it off this screen. Okay, so let's get this party started. Gives out some awards so you can get to partying. And we can move into the motion graphics, I think. We do have motion slides. I promise this isn't. There we go. I know, but, oh, is this on?
No.
Oh, how do you're on your phone. How would you know? Okay. All right. So, I feel like we're missing. Can we bring the lights up for 1 second? Sorry. Not this, just the regular lights. That's okay, because considering what's going on this weekend, this might as well, you know. If this is the worst of it, I could live with that. I just need the house lights up.
I say just go forward.
No, I'm not going to go forward for an obvious reason that will become apparent as soon as I do it. It's not me. I don't need the light. They don't need to see me. Sorry, Philip. I should have warned you about that. That the lights can stay up the whole time. Yeah, you can just leave the lights up. To be honest with you. Because we have beautiful people here and they want to see each other. I feel like we're missing something.
You're missing me.
I am. I'm missing something. Oh, I know what I'm missing. We can't do this unless we know who the winners are. And what we do, we have the best tabulator possible, who's actually been very, 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 very close to you all weekend. His name is actually on the back of your badges. He is our phenomenal and accountant and very good friend, the one and only Mr. Dave Cole. He needs the love. All right, thank you, Mr. Cole. He actually is a phenomenal accountant. All right, now we can move into the other slide. But you, Philip, you can keep the lights up because I don't want anyone falling anyway. Okay. So our first presenter this evening, you have been seeing a lot of him all night, all day, all weekend. He has been working to fix all the glitches, get everything working as right as it can, and if it didn't, get reprogrammed into another block so that your beautiful films could be enjoyed by as many people as possible. Please welcome our programming coordinator, our programming director. Philip's a programming coordinator. Our programming director for the Central Florida Film Festival, Mr. Ethan Earls.
That's a little short. Thank you very much. Honestly, you could have been describing Philip because I talked to y'all. Like, I was the one down here, but like the actual fixing and doing all of that was Philip. So I'll give him
No, I'm not talking to you.
I was just making sure I wasn't getting like tackled up here. The way it's gone, I don't know. We're all in this together. Documentary shorts. Documentaries have a near and dear place to my heart, in the fact that you get a chance to show real people, real events, real history, real nature, just the reality of what we live in the day-to-day life. And shorts, as the attention span of the world is shortening, documentary shorts have become one of the most important ways to reach out to everyone and get something heard, get a story seen, get an idea passed along, and get a movement pushed just a little bit further. And there have been amazing documentary shorts this weekend. And I can't thank you all enough for bringing them to our festival and allowing us to give a venue to play them. And so without further ado, the nominees for documentary shorts are
Warriors, The Bernie Mac Disease, The Perfect Shot, Antarctica, Wire and Water, Karam Camera, Good Things Will Come, Emerald Sanctuary, Finish, and McJaff Golf's Unknown Major. So Ethan's going to tell us who our winner is when Jen gives him the envelope.
I've never felt so important. I'm almost expecting the lights to go down and then come back up and we'll just finish that. And the winner is Wire and Water, directed by Robert Kirkwood. Is anyone from Wire and Water present?
I don't believe Wire and Water is here.
Wait, accept the award.
I'll take it home myself.
There you go.
Thank you all.
All right. For our next, before I bring up our next presenter, who you also know very well after this weekend, I want to thank a very fine gentleman named Michael Winternheimer. He's not probably known to most of you. He is a dear friend of ours, a supporter of the festival, supporter of the arts. He's done a lot of work with the Melon Patch Theater in Leesburg. I believe he's their Guinness Book of World Record holders for their Venerable Sarah Award. I'm not kidding, he made a short film. Ethan, how long was that thing he showed you? Or who did he show you?
It was like 23 seconds long.
Yeah, so he had like almost a 30-second video just of handing of these awards. But he's a lovely guy, and I just wanted to recognize him for sponsoring our next award, which will be our Best Foreign Project. And to introduce Best Foreign Project you've seen him all weekend. He's been Ethan's right arm, basically doing the same thing, putting out fire to fire. Please welcome Xavier Burnett.
It's a little tall. How's everyone doing? Yeah, it's that easy. It's that easy to get applause. All right, I'm introducing the best foreign film. I was going to make a joke, but I was told that the joke I was going to make was going to get me thrown off of the premises, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to tell you all a pretty interesting fun fact about this festival and this year our foreign films. We have had over 14 different countries submit a foreign film this year. And I'm only banned in 3 of them. All right, and the nominees are
Camarade, Happen to Happen, Je, The Old Young Crow, Knock Knock, Yellow, Still Breathing, Conflict, and Sandals of Gold.
and the winner is, if I can get this envelope open.
Get closer to the mic, they're gonna get angry at you.
Sing out the
I didn't want to spit all over it. And the winner is Happens to Happen.
And Happen to Happen, I don't believe they're here. This is actually a Korean film. I don't believe they were able to make it out. So our next presenter, our returning filmmakers have certainly seen her before. Not only is she a wonderful professor at Lake Sumter State College, where we're still developing actually our sort of a workshop series, masterclass series, that got shelved during COVID, but now we're coming back after there's a new administration of the hospital. Might as well be at the college. She is also the president of our board of trustees, and if I had had some sense of forethought, I would have had Philip play Hot for Teacher on his laptop. Please welcome our board president, Amber Carlins.
One of the things I love most about film festivals is that it gives us an opportunity to see what's happening on the cutting edge of cinema. Student projects take that a step further by allowing us to see the future of film. Based on the films that we've seen this weekend, I think it's safe to say that the future is looking very bright. The nominees are
Donna and Crystal, A Beautiful Sin, You Are Always My Favorite, Sunburn, Freeze Frame, The Fall, and Farewell.
And the winner for Best Student Project is A Beautiful Sin.
I think we have a pattern. Oh, they're from California, believe it or not, if you saw the film. I don't believe they're here, and I know that Jen's blood pressure is going up every time this happens because she has to mail another plaque. All right. Thank you, Madam President. So, just like a foreign project, I wanted to thank our sponsor for this next award. They're dear friends of ours. They couldn't be here tonight. One of their parents actually passed away recently. They had to go out of town. But it's actually one of our very favorite places, Jen and I, one of our very favorite places to go, called Brew Tap House in Tavares. It's a wonderful, wonderful tap room. They also have an adjoining restaurant called BTW, which stands for Burgers, Tacos, and Waffles. And around the corner from that they also have a delightful little cocktail bar called Crafted. They do kind of like Prohibition era mixed drinks. It's also where Jen and I got married. We got married in that bar, if you're ever there. I don't know if that's a sympathy clapper, but I'm gonna actually say that over here, sorry. But so thank you to Brew for sponsoring our next award. Our next award is the Florida Project, and we thought like one of the perfect people to do that is the director of the screening series Film Slam, which it's exclusively Florida films, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so they're exclusively Florida films. So who better to present Florida Project than the lovely Jen Vargas?
Hey, Jen.
Hey Dave. Nice entrance. Liked it. So question, who in here is not a filmmaker? Who is supporting a filmmaker tonight? Awesome. I just wanted to thank you guys for being here to support the filmmakers, their crews, and everybody who's had work in Central Florida Film Festival this weekend. That's we all need a little support. Yeah, you can cheer that. Yeah. Everybody needs a little support, and having each other's backs, especially here in Florida, where the arts and everything else are in constant state of flux. It is an amazing thing to complete a film if you've ever been, a short film in particular, if you've ever been on a film set and you've ever tried to complete a film on your own or as a part of a group, you'll know as a student or otherwise that it is very difficult. So, I just wanted to say the nominees for the Best Florida Project are
Ghosted, Becoming Jason, Morendo, No Man, Manifest, Santee, The Do-Over, The Persistence of Time, and The Pages of My Heart.
Wow, this is so fancy. And the winner is Morendo, directed by Kyle Sear. We have a representative. Kyle is also a Film Slam alum, which is great. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. This really well. You talk, I'll get this out.
All right.
Wow, this is really awesome.
Nice you're here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I am not Kyle Sear. I really wish he was here, but he's both the writer-director, but I starred in the film as well as co-produced it. And yeah, that's me right there. Woo!
You're the handsome guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great way to put that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is so beautiful. Going back to what Jen said about completing a film, something I just keep thinking about is, being in a room full of filmmakers. I feel like any project, you kind of start off with this vision, and when you're kind of in pre-production, it's almost like you get to this point where you're in pre-production, you're getting all your ducks in a row, and then you're hoping things are going to go well during production, and it's like shooting in the dark, and then you hope by the end of it, you're somewhere near that bullseye that you set out from the start. And working with Kyle and the rest of the cast and crew of Morendo, I'm just so happy to say that, honestly, this film turned out to be as close as I could have ever imagined it to actually land. So my gratitude goes out to the rest of the cast and crew. I wish they were here. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you all. Thank you, Central Florida Film Festival. Appreciate you all. Thank you.
And congratulations. Oh, and I forgot to mention this from the beginning. With all the sort of hijinks and preparation shenanigans for the festival, I always try to let potential nominees know that they're nominated in case they do want representation at the festival. Unfortunately, this year I was unable to get any kind of word out unless somebody asked me on the side, just with everything going out. So I didn't want, it's because there's some festivals that just ambush you and you didn't know you were nominated. Where the hell am I? Hold on.
Sci-fi.
Oh, yeah, no, I can find it, stop. Okay, sorry, my wife's yelling at me. Okay, so, up next, this is a presenter that, if you could only blink and miss him if it was like earlier in the day, because he tends to show up late even though he's not supposed to, but he does and we love him. And he greeted most, if not all of you, when you checked in at our check-in table. He's also a very fine actor if you ever catch him on stage or in the odd film. Please welcome AJ Riggs.
I gotta check these out. All right. Oh, it feels like I'm back at AA. Perfect. All right, I'm gauging the crowd. You laughed. That's good. So I will be presenting the best sci-fi and fantasy shorts. Now, one of my favorite things about sci-fi, fantasy, it's the characters. I mean, where else can you get a more diverse, vibrant, colorful group of characters than in science fiction and fantasy? I mean, let's talk about aliens, witches, goblins, and that's just me working downtown in Orlando. And come on, nothing is funnier than having someone come up to you and be like, I'd like another drink, pour a drink in there. But enough about Brendan. This is about the sci-fi fantasy shorts. And the nominees are
Frostbite, Cold Storage, Carolina Shag, The Persistence of Time, and Running Wild.
And the winner is The Persistence of Time. No? So I'll be taking the award. Thank you very much. No. I'm kidding. That was a joke. You could laugh at that.
No, I don't think they're here. I thought they were here earlier.
They may have been.
Okay.
And to that I bid you all adieu.
All right. It's all right. AJ is usually the reason I drink. So for our next presenter, another one, you've seen her all weekend. She's here to present the George Perez animated project. I also wanted to give a big shout out to the Claremont Montessori School actually sponsored this through, what would her title be? Like, she's not like headmistress, I think, is out of fashion. I don't know, that's what you...
The director.
The director. It was a dear friend of ours, Jan Sheldon. She was also the founder of the Moonlight Players Theater in Claremont. What?
She's awesome.
She's what?
She's awesome.
Oh, she's awesome. I thought you said she's awful. She said she's delightful. What are you talking about?
She's right here.
Jan's a lovely person. And I wanted to recognize Jan and Montessori for sponsoring the George Perez animated project. This award is actually named after one of our former advisory board members who, unfortunately, he passed away it was 2 years ago now, isn't it? Yeah. But George is a dear friend of ours. If you Google him, you'll see him. You'll know his work instantly. He was a very respected comic book artist for a long time, kind of back during the Silver Age to modern age of comic books. Created the new Teen Titans, did a lot of work on the stuff that's like in movies now. So this award was named after him in his honor back in 2022. Yeah, 2022 now. To present the George Perez animated project is the most animated person on our team, the lovely Alana Phillips.
Okay, perfect height. Hi, everyone. I'm not going to ask how you're doing because that's just another interview. I've done enough of those this weekend, but I had the pleasure of meeting George Perez years ago, and I can tell you that he was not only passionate about animation, but he was passionate about those who created it. And we had so many beautiful films this year, and I know that if George was still with us, well, I know for a fact that George would just be so proud of our nominees this year. And speaking of nominees, the nominees are
Goro Goro, Talisman, Superstitious, The Concierge, Frostbite, and Native.
And the winner is The Concierge.
And The Concierge, they're actually, I don't believe they're here. They are from Japan, but I don't believe they were able to make it. Oh, and the other, like, it's an anecdote, but the other reason we named that category after George is George, when he was with us, that was the category he presented every year. So up now, oh, I have another sponsor. So I have to thank another dear friend of ours from the local theater community, but he sponsored our next group of shorts, which is suspense thriller, through his business Star Security, which is in Leesburg. They do everything from doing home entertainment setups to corporate security, home security, alarms, that kind of thing. And unfortunately, Rick couldn't make it tonight because he's in rehearsal at the Bay Street Players in Eustis on a show that's opening like I think in a week or something. So I want to thank Rick and Star Security, but to present the suspense thriller short, for those of you who were here last night and got to chew on some. Oh wait! Oh, we flipped it. Sorry, forget it. Forget it. Spoiler alert. I didn't write it down. No, I know. So well, all right. Well then, fine. You can take it over. So to present our suspense thriller short, because she's equity, I could technically get her up here because it's not a stage. Please welcome the delightful Kat Johnson.
Hello. Yes, I'm here to present the award for Best Suspense Thriller Short. I very much respect all filmmakers. I'm a stage actress myself and have never actually really done a film except for one time. I did a pilot and I learned how much goes into doing a film that is so different from being on stage. And I'm also a very big lover of suspense. When you go into a theater, it makes your heart race, and the suspense right now is whether my boobs will pop out of this dress at any moment, or the suspense of will he call me in the morning, that kind of suspense. But our suspense nominees tonight are...
Knock Knock.
Who's there?
The Do-Over, Hit on the Head, Hopeless, Manifest, and Yellow.
All right, and the winner is... You can feel the anticipation. Patient. Thank you. I can't get the envelope out. There we go. And the winner is... Wait for it. Wait for it. Hit on the Head. Corrected. Jameson Ashley Wood. Anyone here from Hit on the Head? All right, I'm going to take this reward and run. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So now we have to jump into horror. Sorry, I flipped presenters here. They did this to me in the run-of show. So if anyone had pizza last night, the next gentleman actually was our after-party sponsor, and he is also the newest member of our board of trustees. Oh, and your attendant, your Grizzard, he was here before. Grizzard, he was here before. Where your building. Yeah, he was here before. He was here this afternoon. He was one of the Hemingway, never mind. Please welcome the delightful Tim White.
You had me really confused for a second. I'm just saying. When I think of horror, I think of when I was a kid watching The Thing for the first time. Right? Or the first time I watched Alien. That's kind of sci-fi horror. But horror still terrifies me. And if it terrifies you like it does me, you know your wood's not wet, right? Like, I just absolutely love this genre. So the nominees are?
Heartbeat, The Legend, They're Not Welcome, Eye for an Eye, Tapioca, and No Man.
And the winner is Heartbeat, directed by Colin Krawchuk.
Is anyone here from? I thought Colin was here. Okay. I think he's just down in Claremont, I think. All right,
Well,
well,
then we will drive the award to him, not mail it.
there you go. All right, we're getting through those shorts. So next up is comedic short. Another presenter who needs more or less no introduction, especially to our local friends. She is the co-city producer for the Orlando 48-hour film project. And if you, honestly, if you're in the air, or if your city has a 48-hour film project, you have to check them out. I mean, it's amazing. It's true, they make the movie in 48 hours. If you haven't been there, definitely check it out. But to present Best Comedic Short, please welcome the lovely, the beautiful Christina Carmona.
I wore these platforms just so I didn't have to do this, but then, you know, we had Tim here who's hella tall, but God bless you. Yeah. All right, so as a filmmaker myself, I know the hard work that goes into making a film, and I find that's especially true for making a comedy. So kudos to those filmmakers who really hit the mark and who nailed the art of comedy in such a short amount of time. So without further ado, the nominees are
Dinner for Six, Spin the Bottle, Roommates, an Effing Musical, Sharps, Friend Draft, Classless Reunion, Confessions of a Closeted People Pleaser.
Oh. And the winner is Roommates, an Effing Musical. And I should say this because this kind of makes sense. They were actually the winners of the 48. So congratulations, double. All right.
Thank you so much. Derek, I saw you back there. Classless Reunion was very good as well. Heartbeat was also in the 48. I love that one too. I'm glad it did so well. Thank you for enjoying it. And all of our friends that couldn't be here, they wrote a great story in 48 hours, edited a great story in 48 hours, and I think it was just a lot of fun. So thank you so much.
Roommate, musical is a hard genre to do, and we did it because we thought it would be hard, and it's proof that you could do a hard genre and win.
Good job.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, it only follows that we are moving into the dramatic short. I do also have to thank our sponsor for this award. Unlike, I think, every other award, unlike any other award we have tonight, this sponsor is actually here. Is Noel Miner. She is the co-founder of the Tavares Theater Company, along with her husband, Harold Miner. If there was ever is there a picture of tenacity in the dictionary, her face would be on it. They've spent, how long have you been spending now to getting the theater going? It's been it's like 10 years almost? Come up and tell the story. This is Noel Miner. She's going to tell you a story and then present our awards.
Okay. Everyone knows I talk too much. I'm so sorry. All right, the short version. I had a dream in 2014. In 2015, 2014, we got our 501c3. In 2017, we bought a building. In 2018, 19, we lost where we were and we had to go somewhere else, but we had our building and we had started working on it. Then the pandemic came along and that about killed us. But we kept doing shows, moving here and there and everywhere. So we're building sets and putting them in a trailer and going somewhere else and setting everything up and lighting and sound and everything. But you know how that is doing film, don't you? So we kind of have that feeling. But we did our last show in December last year, and we will not open again till sometime this year in our own building on Main Street in Tavares. And that theater is welcome to anyone who wants to audition for a show. I don't care if it's their first time. We put people who have been on Broadway with people who have never been in a show before, and they have melded beautifully. And we had one young lady who's now out in LA, and she's doing film, and we are so excited about her. And that's part of the reason that I'm here today. But I have to say one other thing. I'm watching all these people coming up here and doing a beautiful job, and they are verbally so explicit and wonderful and just... And I think about all those people in the Emmys and the Oscars reading off of those monitors, and some of them can't even get the words out of their mouths. You all are so wonderful. And anyway, the nominees are...
Circles, Army Men, The Dance After the Last Dance, A Touch of Magic, Camarade, Dream On, In the Pines, Duality, Morendo, Rent a Friend, The Last Shift, and Trevor Hurt Someone.
That must have been hard with all those nominees.
No doubt.
That, honestly, no, this is no lie. This category is the most nominees because it comes up to a percentile. There was 43 dramatic shorts we had in the festival this year.
Wow. And I have to tell you, I didn't see all of these, but the ones I saw were spectacular. They were just wonderful. And the winner is Camarade, directed by Toby Kearton. Congratulations.
And I don't believe Camarade's here. They're from the UK. The film was shot in the UK. So I don't think they were able to make it.
I'll mail it to them,
I know.
along with all the other ones.
Yeah.
If I thought they were from Germany, I would have been willing to take it. I just got my passport renewed.
No, they're not from Germany. That's all right. You want to go to Germany, we can arrange it. All right. All right. So that gets us through all of the shorts that we have this year. So congratulations so far. We're almost done. So speaking of a feature, our next presenter for documentary feature, quite a staple in the Orlando film community, and he is the vice president of our board of trustees. Guess I would make him the VPV, I guess. Please welcome Valensky Sylvain.
The VPV, huh? That's what you call it?
It's better than VVP, right? I mean,
okay.
that sounds like something that medicine would treat.
No. We are not doing that. Okay, so today I get the honor of honoring the best documentary feature. My man Ethan said all the best things about documentaries that I could say. Whenever I think about a documentary, I think of the Nina Simone documentary, What Happened to Nina Simone, and the Amy Winehouse one. They have had some amazing different documentaries that we've had come through, and I think they are just as good as some of the documentaries you see on Netflix. So without further ado, the nominees are...
Becoming Jason, Broken Dolls, Behind the Smoke, Kim Kahana, The Man Who Changed Hollywood, 1 Second at a Time, and Crosses in the Dust.
That's it?
It's all you.
And the winner is Broken Dolls, Reparation for the Holocaust. Directors Tracy Whipple and Giles Bavon. Anyone?
No, I think that they're. I don't think they're here because they're in like MIMS or something. I think they had to go back.
Okay. Well, I will be taking this with me.
All right. We will get it to her. But I think they're. I think at least one of somebody even connected. We were talking about MIMS when I saw them. I lost my place. Here we go. So, a fairly funny fellow, but also certainly known to many as the other half of the dynamic duo of the Orlando 48-hour film project, co-city producer, and a frequent presenter of ours as well. Please welcome Nando Roman.
I noticed you didn't describe me as beautiful like you did Christina, but that's okay, Brandon. Like, you know, just because I'm up here looking like something out of Sons of Anarchy does not mean that I don't have feelings. So, thank you. So I'm here to present the category for Best Comedic Feature. Is it because I cut my hair? Because, I mean, I know you love my beautiful long locks.
I do.
It'll grow back. It'll grow back. If I want to grow it back out, I can grow it back out.
No, you have a beautiful shaped head.
Okay. I appreciate
It's lovely. It's lovely.
All right. So anyway, so like I was saying, best comedic features, because you know I have feelings. You know, I'm not saying that I'm hurt, but
Do we have to hug it out?
Yeah, I think we do.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's hug it out. Let's hug it out. Come on. That's such a lovely head. It's so soft too.
Very dramatic. Thank you.
V, he moisturizes. I'm not kidding.
All right, I won't take up any more of your time. The nominees for Best Comedic Features.
Bodega. Dead Hands. All the Wrong Ingredients. Trust in Love. That's it. Sorry, I should have said and.
Dead Hands.
There we go.
Dead Hands, Scott.
And the winner is Trust in Love, director Mick Diggs.
They're also, I think they're in California. So I think they're from LA. I don't think they were able to get out. So they'll find, yeah.
So I just want you all to know that you're all beautiful. Just letting you know that right now. Thank you.
So are you.
All right. We've come to our last. We've come to the last of the jury awards for this evening, which is dramatic feature. I don't think he was able to make it, unfortunately. The mayor of Eustis, for those unfamiliar, is next town over, another good friend of ours and supporter of the arts, Mayor Michael Holland, got caught up in a city meeting tonight. So we're going to hand it back off to our lovely board president, Amber Carlins.
Hi again. The best dramas not only make us think, they make us feel. They connect us to something outside of ourselves, and in doing so, they leave us changed. The films we celebrate this evening did all of this and then some, and the nominees are
Kylie, Everwinter Night, Princess, Smile as You Kill, and What Happened to Susie?
Oh, what happened to Susie?
Yeah. And the winner,
Yes, Susie.
Best Dramatic Feature is Everwinter Night. Oh, I think we have somebody here for their film.
Oh, we got that. We bought that.
He's coming, keep clapping.
There he is. We're here.
Thank you. Thanks everybody for coming to see our movie. I have to thank my team, all of whom flew down from New Hampshire with me. Chris Goodwin, Adam McDonald, Topher Hansen, Don't Duck, Jay Voishnis, and Sean Ward. Can we get a round of applause for them? Thank you very much. Without them, this movie couldn't be made. And then thanks CENFLO for playing us and getting us out of New Hampshire in January, which is much appreciated. And thank you all to all those people who showed up to the movie last night. And if you didn't see it, we're going to be on Amazon Prime within the next 3 weeks. Please check it out. Thank you.
All right. Now, that wraps up all of the CENFLO jury awards that were generated by our judges. Let me check with Jennifer a second. Thank you, thank you. So these last 2 awards have absolutely nothing to do with us. The first award, we actually started this, when we started this, was 2019. It's 2019?
The second year we got.
Second year, so 2019. We started the Mount Dora Mayor's Choice Award. The mayor of Mount Dora, whoever he or she may be at the time, selects a film that speaks to him or her, and it becomes the Mount Dora Mayor's Choice. We have nothing to do with it. Unfortunately, I guess this is a recurring theme tonight, our Mount Dora Mayor, Chrissy Style, is sick. I thought if I could get the mayor of Eustis to come in and present this, it would be a nice ironic twist, and also go a long way with their sort of friendly rivalry that happens. I promise for our 20th anniversary, I'm going to get them into a cage match.
I'll hold you to it.
Oh, they're different. They're different sides.
Okay, also, the winner of the Mount Dora Mayor's Choice Award this evening, we're going to have to get it signed for you and then mail it, just so you know. Or I'm going to have her sign it and then she can mail it. The recipient of the 2024 Mount Dora Mayor's Choice Award goes to Warriors: The Bernie Mac Disease, directed by Nicholas Markham. Oh, and he's in the nosebleeds.
Who is that?
He's coming out, he's coming out, he's coming out. No, he's doing the right thing.
Hell yeah!
We had a winner last year that went from the last row down here in like 3 steps. I thought we were going to get sued.
Thank you.
And there's a couple different sort of versions of this in here.
That's him right there.
All right, there you go. Congratulations. Thank you. Please.
Thank you, Brendan. Thank you, Mount Dora Mayor. Quite a surprise. I have to thank director Nicholas Markhart. He's my nephew. He's a brilliant film director in LA. Could not be here tonight. You're going to see his films in theaters someday, I'm sure of it. Also want to thank Rhonda McCullough, Bernie Mac's widow. She let, this is Warriors: The Bernie Mac Disease. Bernie Mac died of a disease called sarcoidosis. I have it, or I had it, I'm not sure, but it may be coming back. She was so wonderful to allow us into her home, the home Bernie Mac lived in. She told the last 15 minutes of his life, 15 days of his life as if she was reliving it. Very, very powerful scenes in the film. One scene from a German, Stefan, that had cardiac sarcoidosis. He just simply sums up the film by saying, "I'm so grateful." And I'm the film producer, and I have a personal connection to this film because of sarcoidosis. It went misdiagnosed for 5 years and required a heart transplant. I had a heart transplant in the middle of COVID, and became a film producer to share this message with the world. And people now thank God, know what sarcoidosis is. Sarcoidosis is an immune system disorder, took the life of beloved comedian Bernie Mac. And yeah, shout out to Bernie Mac, isn't he? Such a powerful, wonderful, one of the best comedians our country's ever seen. Died at 50, far too young, from this crazy disease called sarcoidosis. The symptoms, it can affect any organ, and it really depends on what organ it affects, but in your lungs you have a cough, you have shortness of breath. If you have cardiac sarcoidosis, it leads to heart failure, so if you have dizzy spells or shortness of breath, those types of issues, just keep an eye on it. Spread the message to your friends and family. Our mission is the world to know, for doctors to no longer miss it, for patients to have advocates, to watch this film and to know what sarcoidosis is. God bless you. Thank you.
And congratulations. And you can pick whichever one. She had a couple different fonts in there, or I'll make her autograph all of them because she wasn't here. Whichever you desire. But we have, that's what we're going to have to, we'll get it back and get it back to
About
you.
all of them so that one can go to Nick.
There you go.
Absolutely.
She'll do them all. She's an absolute sweetheart.
Look forward to meeting her. Thank you.
Oh, and also another bit of a thing about our Maldora Mayer, since she's not here, I'll give her a little plug. She's got a really, really cool bookstore in downtown Maldora. That's her day job, really. And it's called Barrel of Books and Games. It's an independent bookstore. Yeah, Ethan knows it. But yeah, it's down, I think it's on the corner of Donnelly and 4th, I think. Yeah. It's Barrel of Books and Games. If you want something other than books, games, or barrels, you'll have to go somewhere else. All right, come to our final award of the evening. And this one you have no one to blame for but yourselves. It's the Audience Choice Award, so hopefully you've been filling out those ballots and dropping them in all week or weekend. To present them is a member of our team who has been working to help you out with everything from posters and log lines and travel arrangements and whatnot since you got officially selected. Please welcome our Operations Director, Jennifer Fink.
I will pay you later. So, Audience Choice Awards. Everybody's had ballots. Everybody's dropped ballots in the very big box, and I have counted them all up. Before I go further, I would like to thank Victory Engraving, who is sponsoring the Audience Choice Award tonight. And the thing about the Audience Choice Award, it basically, it's your tribe that comes and votes for you, or the people that you convince to vote for you while you're at the festival. I do have to thank my tribe, because without my tribe, we wouldn't have gotten through this weekend. So Adam, Xavier, I got your name right. That's a little joke. I call him Xander all weekend, and his name's actually Xavier.
It's easy. His dad's Charles. He's Xavier. If that's how you remember it.
I know, but I like Xander better, so I just call him that. Ava. Wait, where's Lane? Oh, there's Lane. Hi, Lane. Yeah, Lane. Especially Ethan and oh wait, Kaylin's not in here. And Kaylin, Philip and Dean. You guys are. I can't do this festival without you all. And Brendan, who is the face of the festival. So
they wouldn't pick this face, please. Come on.
I married that face.
Yeah.
Ew, gross.
So I will accept all drinks later for feeling sorry for me. Just saying. So by almost 100 votes, apparently y'all did something right. The Audience Choice Award goes to What Happened to Susie. Now, because we can't obviously predict this, we will get your plaque made up this coming week and we will mail it to you, but yes, congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for everyone for coming out, and thanks to CENFLO. A special thanks to my actors, Paul Perducci?
Yes.
Got it, close enough. And Dylan Nunez. Would you like to say something, guys?
Yeah, thanks so much. I mean, this is a great honor to get this award. I loved working with James. I loved working with Dylan. We worked hard on this film. We did it during COVID in Los Angeles, fulfilling all the requirements for filming during COVID, and all our fellow filmmakers out there know how they were. So thanks a lot.
That was awesome! And you weren't scary, bro! All right. I don't know him.
He was good. I just wanted to say something short. You know, it's really tough. You know, being an actor and just navigating these waters of self-doubt and rejection. So when it finally pays off and people enjoy the film, it's an honor. So thank you so much, guys.
Congratulations again. So that about wraps it up. Again, we want to, what? Oh, wait.
Yeah, no, one more thing.
Oh, there's more.
No, if they have drives that they've sent to us, they need to see myself or one of the guys.
Oh, yes. Okay, if any of you who are here have a DCP drive that was mailed or hand-delivered to us, and you're here, if you see Jennifer or... See Jennifer, or Ethan, he's voluntary. They'll get it back to you tonight before you leave. So that's it. Thank you again so much for being so generous to sharing your beautiful films with us and introducing them to new audiences. We hope to that you keep submitting to us. We actually are putting systems in place so the DCP thing won't be a problem next year. But we do hope to see you again. We reopen submissions on Film Freeway on March 1st. And hopefully we'll see you the third weekend of January 2025 for CENFLO 19. Have a beautiful evening. Enjoy the after party. Thank you again. Oh, wait, sorry. I did have one more thing. Sorry, I apologize. Eileen, where's Eileen, our photographer? Where's she sitting? Alyssa. Sorry, Alyssa.
Eileen is the...
I know. She's the award. Alyssa, where are you? Are you here?
Right herself.
Where's our photographer?
Right in the lobby.
I need her. Okay, so Jen's going to coordinate this. I'd like our winners who are present tonight. We could do a photo on the red carpet, but find Alyssa. I didn't get that. Okay, enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you so much.